S&D?
It's going to be S&D on Cargo.
Right, yeah.
So you played this against Freeco Impact. I think it was 6-2 it ended up to Freeco Impact. What do you think it was that they were doing right that Cloud or Equilibrium need to replicate here?
I mean, Impact, they really pushed as a team really well on S&D. Every time you saw one player, you knew that there was going to be another player supporting him from the back, whereas when we were playing, we kind of, you know, like I said earlier, our heads were in the game, we weren't communicating, we weren't pushing as a team, and I kind of said this after, we need to make sure we sort it out for, you know, the rest of the tournament. So I'm expecting to see a lot of snipers as well. It's definitely a sniper map, this is. I use a sniper a lot myself on it as well, just because it's such a wide open map. But yeah, I think it's whoever's going to be able to attack the best, because attacking really well on that A bomb site is very important. If you've got a good rush and a good setup on that bomb site, you're definitely going to take control of the S&D.
Josh has been receiving a little bit of stick recently. I mean, he didn't put up a great performance at I-Series. A few people dubbing him B-Sport Bond following following a 0-7 search and destroy game he had. Do you think he's stepped up his game here? Because to my knowledge, he had a bit of a shaky start to the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, when he played us, he didn't have a very good hardpoint game. But the thing with players like Josh is they bring more than just a player to the team. They don't just bring a few kills, they also bring communication, a lot of motivation, and it's a lot of things that people don't realise. You know, winning as a team, people don't see these kind of things when you sat at home watching a stream. You don't see Josh bombing out the communication, ordering people about, and that's what he brings to this team. Yeah, maybe he doesn't drop as many kills as other players, but a lot of teams need that kind of player, and Josh, for such a young age, he's such a confident lad, and it definitely helps a lot of teams out with his communication, for sure. Yeah,
and I think a few people say Josh is one of these players who needs to play the game a lot to be good, as opposed to someone like Karma, who, rumour has it, he didn't even have Black Ops 2 going up to MLG, which he actually became victorious at. Josh has been getting into League of Legends, I believe, and a lot of people are putting that down to the reason for his poor performance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, a lot of players do need to play a lot. It's, you know, you need to play as much as your competition at the end of the day. In America, the teams do play a lot more than European teams, and that's just because the mindsets are different. In America, they definitely take it a lot more serious, and Europe definitely needs to try and learn from their ways. There's no doubt about it. I think it's all a bit too lazy, a bit too... I mean, at the end of the day, gaming, you know, some people see it as fun, some people trying to make it a profession, but, you know, you can't knock Josh for playing a bit of LoL. I don't play it myself, but...
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I suppose, as you say, it's just different players. They have different, approaches to gaming. Yep. Watching Shane, though, here for Cloud, and it's actually, his grenade is literally going to explode in his face there by the trophy system, which he does take out. A very slow push towards A here.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're going to get the bomb down here, and this is the kind of play I'm on about. Once you get that bomb down, you're in control. You become the defending team as soon as you get that bomb down, but he's going to get shut down with the bomb. And Zanity looks like he's going to try and move in. Oh. That's a big kill there by ANZ. Big kill near the bomb site. He's going to be called out. He's going to have to try and change his position as quick as he can. And it looked like he could be flanking Shane here, because it looked like he went towards the bottom. Actually, he's still in the same corner. And Shane spots that same corner. Maybe he should have tried to change his position there, but big kill by Shane. 2v1 now. Get the bomb down. 20 seconds left. Can he make this kill? This is going to be a big play if you can see this. He could get the two-piece.
Oh, we're holding our breath there. That could have been huge from Sneaky, but now he's been caught off guard and in a spot of trouble.
Yeah, I mean, both the players have ran away now. I'm assuming they'll spread out. It's definitely going to be a tough one to pull off, but if he can make this kill, he's definitely got a strong chance now, Sneaky. The other player looked like he ran towards blue, so, you know, he could go straight for the defuse, but actually he's going to be flanking him. And is Sneaky going to go straight for this bomb?
Let's see.
Oh, he's going to get shut down in the back.
Yeah, that was a bit of a game of cat and mouse there. Unfortunately for Sneaky, he had to reveal his position by picking up one of the kills, and Madcat just making the most of that, going for the flank and playing very smartly to actually take him out from behind. Yeah,
it was kind of a really slow attack by Cloud there, so maybe, you know, EQ might be expecting that next time, and maybe they might get somebody pushed up a bit further up the map, maybe have some more stuns or something like that, just so they can check the bomb, because a lot of teams, you know, they select stuns just so they can see if somebody's actually planting the bomb, and they don't actually have to physically go out and check the bomb. But you can see now, this is Josh, I think. Yeah, Josh on board with, rocking the AR for some reason. He usually goes SMG, but maybe he prefers it on the S&D.
So he's actually opted for this top orange area. A lot of the time we can see players from opposing teams charge up to this, what sometimes dubs as sniper, and trying to shoot across maybe with an actual sniper or an assault rifle. Very early engagement usually ensues, but Josh playing a bit conservatively here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing you want to be doing on Cargo, making sure that you don't give away easy kills, making sure that the attacking team has to put themselves out there and try and make the kills, and that's how you get the easy pickings. People who are trying to force kills, and you just can pick them off with your assault rifle or your sniper rifle. But it doesn't look like this team's actually using snipers, which, you know, a lot of teams do, some teams don't. It just depends on the way you play, but they're quite pushed up, actually. but Rob's making a big kill on Jay there, maybe being a bit too over-aggressive, and that's the kind of kill that the attacking team needs to be able to push a bomb site, and you might see them rotate and actually try and push A a bit later on. There's 30 seconds left, there's not much time at all to actually do something here.
Barely one arrow was moving there from on that whole screen, so very, very slow search and destroy game this actually. We'll only watch the Cloud lineup for one more round before going over to Equilibrium, and it is Equilibrium as well. I think there's a lot of people call it Equilibrium again.
I always call it that as well.
Yeah, it's an easy mistake to make. I used to do it myself, but for whatever reason it is Equilibrium. But here is Mad Cat. He's currently on a 2-kill streak, but he's all alone in a 1 versus 2.
I think maybe we should just call him EQ, it's a lot easier that way.
EQ, there we go.
It is a lot simpler, isn't it?
A lot safer as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But 1-1 now, so EQ managing to take that round. Actually too much, ending Mad Cat's spree of 2 kills and bringing his team back into the game.
Yeah, and like we said there, they left that really late to actually get the bomb down, but partially that is due to the 5-second bomb plant now. So what you notice now is a lot of teams are really leaving it right to the last second, trying to see if the other team's actually going to try and check the bomb site just before they plant it. And because it's 5 seconds, you can wait till 10 seconds and just get the bomb down straight away.
Definitely.
So it's definitely a massive difference in the rule set.
This trophy system tactic I've seen used quite a bit. Forgive me if I'm wrong, but what actually happens? A player tries to plant the bomb but has to destroy the trophy system first in some cases?
No, all the trophy system does is it basically shoots grenades.
Yeah.
That's all it does. So do you mean if it's planted over the bomb?
So when the attacking team are trying to get that bomb plant down, sometimes there's a trophy system in the way and they have to hold X over it to actually get rid of the trophy system to get the plant where they want. I've seen it done quite a few times, so it was quite interesting. But as you say there, simply by putting them around that area, it can certainly give a signal as to where the Cloud team are. I
haven't actually seen that. That's a good point actually, because sometimes what used to happen on other lands, you've seen on S&D where people pick up guns by mistake rather than defusing, but as I'm actually talking too much takes down Shane there, who's trying to push through the middle. But yeah, I mean, I've never really seen that tactic used, but maybe that's something that we should look at in the rules, because it's obviously not something we really want part of the game.
I can't remember who it was, but there was a team that pretty much surrounded that bomb with them.
Seriously, wow.
So it was there was one on every corner,
yeah.
and they either had to shoot it or destroy it, which of course is it's a bit of a giveaway. It's almost like having a sensor grenade permanently there. So it was interesting to see it actually.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up actually, because that is quite a big factor in the game.
Top tips from Rel there. If any of you guys want to use that. But let's see what Robs can do. We were watching Ainsey for quite a bit there because we saw him pick up 2 massive double kills, and I know it is only a 2-piece, but it was back-to-back, and it was crucial in order for them to get back into that hardpoint game on Slums, even though they lost.
Yeah.
But let's see Robs, because he had a really nice game as well. I
mean, S&D is such a momentum game type, and they're 2-1 up right now, and it's one of those game types where you can end up going up 5-1, but then you can just find yourself at 5-4, 5-5 out of nowhere. So, you know, they're going to have to try and keep the momentum here, keep getting the rounds, keep picking up the kills. But it's going to be a slow push towards A, it looks like. He's got the sniper and the SMG overkill combination, kind of similar to what I use. Also rocking cold-blooded. He hasn't got toughness, which is a bit of an odd choice, but maybe he doesn't need it so much with the sniper rifle. But he's just taking it slow, just trying to see if there's anybody pushing up from the Cloud team. Zanity previously has been pushing up, trying to pick off a kill in the enemy base, but Cloud are obviously playing it a lot more defensively right now, and it looks like EQ are going to pick up a couple of kills. Actually, just 1 kill. Shane picks down Ainsley, so they're going to know where the bomb is as well. That's a massive factor for Cloud to actually know where the bomber is, and they can set up around it, make sure that the enemy team can't get near the bomb. And almost gets a snipe there. That would have been a big kill. And
cold-blooded's quite frequently used on Search and Destroy as well, and that's purely for this dual-band sniper, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it used to be for the MMS scanner as well, which obviously was recently banned, and sensor grenades, which are still in the rule set. You know, that blocks sensor grenades as well. So it is quite an important attachment, especially if you want to use smoke grenades and things like that. But trading kills there, and it looks like they're going to take a round, Cloud, so they're back in it 2-2. Maybe they can use this round as a bit of momentum, get a few rounds, maybe get up 4-2, 5-2. Because it's strange, really. You wouldn't think that S&D would be like that, but it does happen a lot, and a lot of players do say once you get a couple of rounds, you seem to just have that momentum and that positivity in your team, which is really important for S&D.
And I think Cloud as well, they are one of these teams that can work off hype, so to speak. So particularly with the likes of Shane, Mad Cat, Josh, if you can see when they're pumped, they'll be screaming all sorts of nonsense, but but if it's boosting the team and it works for them, then they're going to continue to do it.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, they are known for their trash talk, and I haven't really heard them do it too much. I haven't heard them jumping up and screaming at the moment. But maybe it's because it's the group stage. I mean, people have been saying the group stage really, it doesn't really mean anything, but for some of these teams it does. You want to be avoiding the stronger teams, and you want to be winning. Prophecy looks like they've come bottom of Group A, so they'll be playing for Eco Impact, so it's between Curse, TCM, and who's the fourth team? I've forgotten.
Curse TCM Horizon is the other one in there. But to my knowledge, I think Horizon are actually going to be the bottom of the 3 when it's going off maps. Horizon actually got a 3-1 victory against TCM, and it was 3-2 against Prophecy. But Prophecy, though, they are really struggling, and quite surprisingly, because I think a lot of people, including myself, really had them down to be storming this.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people, people are calling the God Squad. People have the different opinions on that, but I mean, maybe they are, maybe it is the pressure that they're receiving, from a lot of people. Everybody's expecting them to win the event, and maybe that's getting to them. But personally, I think people don't realise how important chemistry is in a team. Being able to talk to each other and say things to each other, and without taking things the wrong way. I think attitudes may be clashing. I don't know for a fact. I'm not sat in their lobbies, when they're scrimming or playing, but I haven't really seen them that much this weekend. But it does look like they're struggling. And
on that exact same note, I think Curse are very, very often overlooked. Black says himself. I think Mac also says it. They're not known for their individual skill, but it's the teamwork that they can actually produce when put under pressure at LAN. And they've just stormed the group. They've won all their games.
Yeah, I mean, I think they lost to TCM actually. Sorry, but they were saying to me that that's their burger team. I just spoke to them actually before I came on here, and everybody has a bad map, but like you said, they're not known for their individual skill. But I've heard Vapes is having a really good event, and Vapes and Bizzle as a duo, last time they two teamed, they actually won at EGL9, so maybe that's something we should look out for. Maybe that kind of partnership. Maybe them two just got really good teamwork, really good chemistry in game. Maybe we should look out for them.
And Toby, of course, is making an appearance at this LAN. He's playing under the Royalty team. A bit of a team of veterans, really. We've got Toby, Riddles, Mohog, and Loco, who was a top Gears of War player and a top Halo player, actually trying his hand at Call of Duty. I've been told he's got a very good shot to him. His map knowledge may not be the best, understandably, but it's nice to see Toby actually coming and supporting Mac, because they've been partners on Call of Duty for a long, long time.
Yeah, I mean, I spoke to Toby. I think he kind of just wanted a bit of a break away from the Call of Duty scene. He's got a family, he's got a lot of commitments, and for a player to put so much time in, it's not always possible. So from what I've spoken to him, he actually wants to take it serious and get back into it. Whether he'll end up on the Curse lineup in the future, I'm not so sure. But like you say as well, Loco obviously coming over to this game, really known for being a multi-gamer actually. So I'm expecting, it might take him a few months to really get the hang of Call of Duty, as it is a very different game in terms of smarts and what you need to play compared to Halo and Gears of War. But I expect him to eventually be at the top one day.
Well, it's Madcat now. Cloud are currently trailing 2 maps to 3, and he is all alone, needing to get a defuse and take out 3 of EQ. Things are actually starting to look really bright for the Equilibrium lineup, and even more so with them now striding ahead 4-2, 2 rounds away from a victory here. Yeah,
I mean, like I say, I think if EQ can take this, it might cause a few, problems within the Cloud camp maybe. But 4-2, they're starting to get a bit of momentum now. The last 2 rounds, I believe they took, didn't they? So, it's the last 2 rounds. So, like I say, if they can take this next round, that's 1 round off taking this S&D, and for sure will definitely help them out.
And of course, with Cloud now with 1 round under their belt, I'm sure you're hoping that EQ are actually going to take this victory, because of course if EQ win 3-1 or 3-2, it does mean a 2nd place. Well, it would actually be 6th seed for you guys, but 2nd place in your pool.
Yeah, I mean, we're not too fussed who we play really. I mean, we feel as though if we play well on our day, we can take any team. But at the end of the day, these groups, they are important. Like I say, seeds do mean that you play technically you play a weaker side, a team that's not performing as well in the winner bracket. But both these teams will definitely be putting 100% in, trying to get that 2nd place spot. Obviously, I think EQ can only get 3rd place. Is that right?
EQ, yeah, because EQ have lost 2 games, so they're just. So
it's a big game for them, because they want to be trying to avoid Freako Impact, obviously, who have pretty much been storming it. Obviously, they did take 2 rounds off them, but when Freako Impact are in full flow, I think they're definitely going to be the strongest team here.
They can actually only take 3rd place now. There was the potential to come joint 2nd with you guys if they'd have done a 3-0, but of course that's just going off maps, and I'm not sure what would have happened there, because you would have drawn on maps, won and lost as well as points, so that would have been quite interesting. Nevertheless, we are going to see what Too Much is up to, because we haven't seen too much of him.
But
7-2 is the kills and deaths for him. He's having a really nice search and destroy game here. Actually got a Hellstorm missile in his arsenal as well.
Yeah, I mean, that's a very, very big arsenal to have, actually, because he's got Lightning Strike as well. That's really big, because if they can actually win this round, it's pretty much in the bag, I'd say. I mean, Lightning Strike on this map, it's a very open map, and he can use that ping as well every single round, don't forget. So, And it looks like, actually, are they 4-3 down?
Yeah, they actually...
Oh, 4-3 down, so actually we got it wrong way around, the scores.
Let's just... I think the 4-3 up, but they lost that round. That was
it. Yeah.
So the 4-3 up, but the round was lost. But he does have that lightning strike, and as you say, that ping is something that, you know, is being very overly used a lot in Search and Destroy anyway.
It's like a mini UAV every single round.
Exactly, which is so helpful. So I'd be surprised if he uses it. People tend to save it until, you know, the very last round.
Maybe we should go on board with him, because he has 15 seconds until he should use it. Is it too much?
Too much, that was it, yeah.
Yeah, he's just used it there, actually, yeah. So he's just checking to see where the oppositions are. And that will allow his teammates to actually know, and he's actually going to call it in by the look of it. I don't know if he has called that in. No, he hasn't.
Having a little bit of a play about with it, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, well, it's the Hellstorm he's going to choose, and he's seen them all grouped together, and Shane had absolutely no chance there.
Yeah, he just made sure he guaranteed himself the 1 kill, but actually Cloud going to pick the kill back. And wow, he just manages to dodge the RC car, which is not a very nice sight when you see one of them coming towards you, because if you haven't got a flak jacket on, which he actually does have, which probably saved his life there, because he was almost, well, he's almost completely dead there, but I actually somehow managed to luckily grenade an RC car across map, and Killer was telling me about it afterward. He literally just called it in, and somehow my grenade blew it up. So I would like to have seen his face after that. But RC cars are really handy on S&D. I don't know if you've really seen them much.
I mean, you can obviously use the boost feature of them to get some real good scouting, not only to pick up a kill as well. But look at the score streak that Too Much has actually picked up as a result of killing that RCXD car. He's got a chain gun to his arsenal. The death machine is being introduced.
I'm not sure about this. I mean, the death machine is one of those ones where you need it on a hard point where you're trying to just pre-spray a doorway. I'm not sure if it's the best option if you want to actually outshoot somebody, but yeah, there we go. I mean, it's not the best of weapons long range. Like I say, it's one of those ones where, unlike a map like Hijacked Underground, when you're just pre-spraying one doorway, that's the kind of area where death machine is the most useful. That kind of range, he's not going to have a chance. Look at the bullet spread on that. So you might as well just hip fire with an SMG. Yeah,
exactly. I mean, it is a fairly narrow spread, but it is a spread nonetheless. Faced up against an M8 at that range with the red dot sight, it's going to be very difficult for you. 4-4 is actually the score now, so Cloud have got right back into this, and I want to see what Josh is doing. He is bottom fragging for his team, 4-7, and he needs to really step up his game if he wants to lead his team to victory here.
Yeah, I mean, 4-7 is not too bad, really. I've seen a lot worse, and such as 007, like you got I-Series. But, I mean, you know, S&D is one of those game types. Sometimes you can have a good game, sometimes you can have a bad game, but it's a team game. It's all about pushing as a team, and Zanity there, it looks like they've been really aggressive this round, because actually previously they've been really defensive. And as you can see, Zanity gets taken down, but this is going to allow Josh to push him for the kill. And that's a prime example of how you should push as a team there. Zanity pushing out, and that's basically distracting the opposition player. And as soon as Zanity dies, even if he does die, it doesn't matter, because Josh can pick up the kill. Now he's got the bomb down. And it's a 3 versus 2, is it, I believe? So, or 3 versus 3. 3 versus 2, so yeah, there we go. It's a very good position for Cloud right now. And if you can get top blue, it's a good spot to watch the bomb from here, because there's a lot of ways you can rotate and change of position, but he sees the guy inside the crate and he gets shut down. So it's a really good shot by Sneaky. I don't know if that was an AR or an SMG, but yeah, it was an AR, but it's still a really good shot to pick his head off there. And it's a 1v2.
Yeah, he's all alone, and let's not forget an RCXD car was picked up by, I think it was Josh we were just watching there, after the bomb plant, but he is going to go down, and we're potentially going into the match point now, as Cloud are 1 round away from taking this 2-0 against EQ.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Cloud do take this round, it's pretty much game over. I mean, you know, they're a very strong team on CTF. We played them. Madcat likes to sit in a lot of corners, and that's the kind of player you need on CTF, especially on this game. So, you know, this is a big game type for EQ. They need to try and keep their heads in the game. You know, they're only 2 rounds away. If they can get this next round, it's a lot of pressure on Cloud. Cloud will feel the pressure, no doubt about it. In their heads, they'll be saying, we only need 1 round, guys. We only need 1 round. So, you know, and as you can see, Too Much has still got his lightning strike. So whether he'll use it this round or not, we don't know, because, you know, he could have the ping for the next 2 rounds, but does he want to risk not using it? You know, so exactly. He might use it now. It looks like he's going to call it in, just make sure they get this round. Well, unless he's just checking his ping.
He's just checking it. He's going to keep it by his side. Too Much actually having a brilliant search and destroy game here. He's the only player with 10 kills, double figures even, to his name, as Sneaky and Rob's managing to take him out. It's going to be 1 versus 4 now for Zanity.
He picks up 2, but I'll tell you what, that's a very good decision not to use that lightning strike, because now this is massive. If they have the defensive side, think of how many buildings there is on the attacking side. There's not many at all, and there's not many places to hide. So, I mean, Cloud probably are not aware of the fact that he has one. So, I mean, if they knew that he had one, they would most likely go to the B side, where there's a big, massive building, as you can see on your screen right now in the background. But if they go to the A bomb site and he uses that lightning strike, he's going to pick up a couple of kills, you know, maybe 3 if he's lucky. We'll see how he gets on with it.
Let's see what he does. Let's not forget the previous hardpoint game was 200 231 to 227 in Cloud's favour. 4 points difference. This Search and Destroy is now 5-5. This is literally neck and neck between these two teams. If EQ lose this, they're going to feel really hard done by.
And there we go. Has he called this in? Let's have a look if he has called that in. It sounds like he has. Maybe not. It's just some guy talking in the background. It's some sort of marine, I think. But yeah, it looks like he's going to actually go to the back. The problem with that, what he's just done there, is using the ping. That when he next calls up his lightning strike, he's not going to have the ping there, so he's not going to know where to call lightning strike in.
Yeah.
So I would have used it straight away there personally. Yeah. But maybe they are actually inside the B-bomb site. Maybe we should have a look see where Cloud are. Maybe that's why he didn't use it. And no, they're actually all at the back of there. So that's kind of a strange decision. Maybe they're just taking this really slow. Maybe they don't want to make any risks. But when he calls this lightning strike in, now it's going to be interesting to see what actually happens. He picks up 1 kill. That's still a big kill, but if he used the ping there, he might have had a lot better. There's a guy in the middle map where Shane is there, so he might have been able to pick people like him up. But Zanny's actually top orange as well, which is a really dangerous position. It's
3 against 3, 5-5. The bomb has not yet been planted, but it is going to be attempted on A as we switch things up to Madcat, who does go down. Zanity goes down by Robsy Sniper again. And it is going to be a victory for EQ as they take it 6-5, and that could not have been any closer. Much like the hard point, this is so close between these two teams.
And there's no doubt about it that too much getting those lightning strikes, you know, was a massive benefit to the team. And you can see them all now clapping hands, and they're obviously very happy with that. And maybe that will kind of sway the favour, you know, the game in their favour, because EQ, like we say, they're not the favourites in this match, but Cloud, they're the kind of team where this kind of loss will hit them. And, you know, I was talking to Madcat earlier, he says he thinks that they lack a bit of a leader in the team, so maybe this is the time where they need a leader.
Yeah, you know, that's actually a really good point. The lineup is fairly young, Shane being the oldest, but everyone, it's like you say, they are lacking that leadership. They need a dope goat role. They need someone who's actually giving the orders. I think, do you assume that sort of role when you're in Epsilon?
I mean, there's kind of different types of leaders, really. I mean, you have your dope goat who just is the strat master. He has like a book of every single map, what you should do. But there's different leaders who, like, motivationally and like can kind of calm players down. Like, you look at Toby and Mac, they're not really known for like completely dominating the comms, but they're known for their maturity and being able to calm players down. Like the likes of Josh Madcat, and you know, when they teamed with Toby, they had a lot of success with him, because he's the kind of player that can calm those players down. But you look at the Cloud lineup, and who's there that's the most, you know, the kind of guy who's going to be mature, and you know, they're all known for, you know, the banter kind of thing, being hyped, but they need someone who's going to calm them down, you know, kind of collect them together and make them realise, you know, it's 1-1, it's not the worst thing in the world. CTF coming up, a strong game type for them, I believe, so, you know, it's not over for them.
I mean, looking at the previous Search and Destroy and Hardpoint that's taken place, I can expect nothing but a close